So,
Go. All right, man, what's happening? Yours truly, Wildlyfe, Beezy tapping in, and today joining me, I got my boy Ace Apollo. Ace,
yes, sir, man. Ace, the one and only, man, the one that went global. You did.
You feel me? What's up with you, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm great, bro. I'm great, just kicking shit, man.
How that Labor Day weekend went, man? What you get a chance to do?
Man, Labor Day weekend, crazy. Like, we started off at Zari on Thursday. Like, we popped the weekend off on a Thursday and went up. Benny the Butcher was in the building. You feel me? Like, yeah, he was fucking with the campaign tough, and that being one of my favorite lyricists out here. That was dope. You feel me?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody fucking with the singles right now. Make it look easy, hot, stand on it. It's going crazy.
Listen, see, you diving right into it, because I was about to, my first track I ran across from you was Make It Look Easy. Yeah. And you mentioned so many rap legends, but it wasn't in a disrespectful way. It was very creative. You used your bars. Like I heard you mention CeeLo, UGK, Lil Wayne with the best rapper alive. Like, bro, I really be listening. I was like,
yeah.
Man, how did that come about? Like, is that kind of like your signature style? That's just, let me show them I got punchlines or?
Yeah. Like, my main signature style, like you said, is punchlines and metaphors, because I'm a lyricist first before anything. Like, I make hits, I could songwrite, I could hold a tune, you know, melodic and everything, but I'm a lyricist first. So we just thought it'd be a dope idea for me to pay homage, because I'm not the first person to come with a song, you know, mentioning a whole bunch of rappers, but it done been done in ways where it's like, it got a negative undertone to it. You smell me, like How to Rob by 50 Cent and shit like that. So I'm coming to show you ain't gotta come negative to go viral. You smell me, like I'm coming in paying homage because I respect the OGs and I'm a student of the game.
Thanks. I said every bar I listened to that one because I had to go back and rewind it. Like you say, you're one of those rappers that you're gonna catch what you say, but you gotta go back again and listen to it again because you're gonna realize, damn, I ain't heard he said that the first time. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to run me back, especially on that Make It Look Easy, because you know I'm gonna sneak them punchlines in. You do what I'm saying? So definitely.
How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping since I was 8. You know, my family come from Brooklyn, New York, predominantly. So I used to go to New York every summer, even though I'm from Atlanta. I go to New York every summer, and you know, I started rapping then because I got older uncles who was rapping. So I picked it up from them. I always been into it. You smell me? Because, you know, like I said, New York had the ball around that time. When I was a kid, that's when they had it. So I was just studying that. My Dukes had all the Jay-Z albums, all the DMX. So I came up on that.
Facts. That makes sense to your sound and your influence, because you have your Southern sound, but you got bars like a Northern rapper. And don't get me wrong, a lot of Southern rappers can rap. A lot of them got bars, you know what I'm saying? But it's different. That up North style of how they structure their bars is different.
Right.
Man.
Exactly.
I can hear
it's like I got that melting pot. I got the best of both worlds.
Yes. What part of Atlanta are you from?
Actually, I'm from the outskirts, so I'm from the east side, Stone Mountain, Latonia area. Like I done stayed across the whole DeKalb County. So I'm from that area. You feel me?
How was it like coming up rapping? Like, was it something that everybody knew you could do well, and they're like, man, he gonna make it rap? Was it something that you even wanted to take seriously? Like, I want to be a rapper.
Yeah, like I said, since I started at 8, everybody who knows me, they since you've been knowing me, I've been rapping. So I'll put it like that. Everybody know this what I've been about. You know, like I say around 2009 when I started recording music, it was the futuristic era in Atlanta. And that's when all of the homies started getting in studio equipment. Like that's when everybody started catching on. Like the rap game is very accessible. Everybody started rapping around 2009, 2010. I was rapping before that. So I've been about this, like this been a nigga whole life. You feel me? Yeah, it's like subconsciously I've been studying to be a rapper my whole life before I even knew it.
That's hard. So like as far as your influences, being from Atlanta, but having those northern influences, like what would you say, like who are your influential rappers? Like who inspired you? Who do you listen to and it's like, man, I could take from this and learn from that?
Yeah, so it started off with Hove. It started off with Hove. Like Hove that was my favorite rapper before I became my favorite rapper. You see what I mean? So it started off with Hove, and then it goes from that tree. So Lil Wayne, he studied Hove, and I studied Lil Wayne as I was getting older. Wayne was my favorite rapper, so he come from that same branch of studying Hove. So Hove is like the forefather, and then it was Wayne and T.I. and Kanye. Like those three, Wayne, T.I. and Kanye was the main people who I came up studying, and it just went from there.
That's huge. That's
And
some
I
dope
definitely
influence.
gotta throw in Future too, because I learned a lot of like just how to word stuff in the way to paint pictures and shit like that and melodies and shit. Definitely Future.
That's what I was about to say. Future is really good at melodies, and he did create like a whole nother genre when it came to it, because
Word.
Listening to that track Hot though, bro. Crazy. I'm listening. I'm like I can hear that. That's if you hadn't heard, Hot's not even out just yet, is it? I got an exclusive.
Yeah, Hot unreleased. You got the exclusive. Wildlyfe Beezy got the exclusive, man. No cap.
When I say it's going crazy, like, bro, when the world hears that one, you got you one with that, man. Like, how did that come about? Like, what were you inspired on? Like, do you write from inspiration? Or is it just something like, man, this is how I feel today? I'm about to.
Honestly, around that time, when that session came about, I was having a lot of sessions back to back, and we would go like 8 hours a day. You feel me? So as I came into the studio, my producer Figs, the one who produced that record, he was already in the studio with my OG, and they was already turned up to the beat when I walked in. So I walk in like, damn, what the fuck is this? They like, yo, this gonna be one of them ones. So, you know, we got the studio essentials. I pull up a couple shots and, you know, I get the vibing, and then shit, we just turned up from there.
That's crazy. Shout out to Figs too, man. Figs be doing this.
Yeah, shout out to Figs. Figs going crazy, man. Ooh, Figs done went crazy.
Going crazy. Yes, so when you were this weekend during Labor Day and you were in there with Benny the Butcher, I'm sure they played Hot. What was like his reaction? Like, did you get a
that was the first record they played out of my 3 singles, and I was paying attention to him. You feel me? Because I want to see how he gonna react. And him and his homies, they was just like, you know, when they make that stank face, you know it's one of them ones. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, I got him. And they turned up to it. The whole spot was turned up to it like the record was already out. That's how I know, like, okay, this one of them ones. You know it's a hit when it's their first time hearing it, and it's just off the energy. Facts. So definitely they was rocking with it.
Facts. That's usually like when I first heard it, man, I had to run it back. If I run it back, bro, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Run it back immediately. Let's go. Like, you got you one with that one.
For sure. I feel like that shit definitely relatable. Like, everybody feel like that. Like, can't nobody take my spot. Bitch, I'm hot. Like, we wouldn't even be out in this lounge right now or in this club if you didn't feel like you was the one with your niggas in the section. You do what I'm saying? So I feel like it's something everybody can relate to with that energy. And my mom actually called me randomly yesterday and was like, yo, I'm trying to tell you that song you got, Bitch, I'm Hot. She said, y'all need to go with that as the single. Like, my Dukes done stamped it. So yeah, it's lit.
It's really official now.
Facts.
Now, you are the newest artist on Break 'Em Off. Shout out BOMG, man, the whole Break 'Em Off.
Yeah, man, shout out to family.
How did you get discovered by them? Like, did you end up going viral or something like that on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter?
Nah, so actually what happened was I'm tied in with somebody. He go by Lucky. I call him Aint. You feel me? Like, if you know Aint, like, it's a real OG in the city, very highly respected. You did. So we actually met. I used to work at UPS. So he was in the halfway house working at UPS. I met him. So at UPS, I used to do these freestyle raps after I got off of work. I used to put them on Instagram and they would go viral. And I used to make them while I was at work. You feel me? Like, I will go on break. So I got 10 minutes to just hurry up and do a rap. So I'm sitting in the UPS truck rapping on break, and he walking by, he stopped. He like, yo, what you got going on? Like, let me hear that. And then I let him hear it. And from there, he was like, yo, I know some people. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He linked it up. And then I've been building a relationship with them for the last couple of years. And now we finally done, you know, press the button.
So are you telling me that the Yo Beat Ain't Safe series started from UPS?
Yeah, you know something.
Come on, man. Listen,
you know something. My man did his homework. You know something.
Man. Come on, man.
Actually, I had already got the ball rolling with Yo Beat Ain't Safe Volume 1 before I got to UPS. But Yo Beat Ain't Safe Volume 2, I came up with about 70% of that while I was working at UPS on some crazy shit. Like, all off the top. Dead ass. Like, I'd be driving to work, whatever beat I'm about to get on, I would listen to the beat on my way to work. I would remember the rhythm. And then while I'm at work, I hit a beat in my head. Whole time I'm rapping while I'm working, and niggas don't even know. You feel me? So
that's hard, man.
Yeah,
so like,
fact.
Coming from basically rapping from your job to being a full-time rapper doing what you love, like, do you have advice for upcoming independent artists? Because I'm from Savannah, Georgia. We got a lot of them. And I always ask.
Okay, shout out Savannah. Shout out Savannah.
Yes, sir. I want to know how can you, like, any advice you could give them on how to reach that next level, because that was a real story. You got some people that's like, man, I never worked a job a day in my life. I just boom, woke up, started rapping, and it all worked out for me. Like, you got a real deal story. Like, any advice on how to transition?
Honestly, one thing I know is no blueprint to like making it. Cause for every individual, we all got our own respective journeys. So it's gonna go different for everybody else. Like we all got separate trials and tribulations. So I can't really tell nobody what to do. But what I will say that applies to all of us is you gotta be tuned in spiritually, like to whatever you believe in, because it's gonna take a higher power and some guidance to get where you're trying to go. So that's what I say first. Like be tapped in spiritually, you smell me? And then other than that, it's just like don't quit. Like a lot of people say that shit and it's a cliche, but it's real. Like as long as you don't stop, I look at it like this. If you run in a race, the finish line is right there the whole time. The finish line don't move. Like it's there for a fact. So it's like, nigga, if you keep running, you gonna cross that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So just keep running your race like Nip, man. The marathon continues type shit. So I would definitely say don't quit, be tapped in spiritually, and just like be a hard worker, bro. Be willing to put that work in, because a lot of people want something, but they not willing to fucking work. Dang, you know what I'm saying? So put that work in, man.
This is like the generation where they want it, like, you know, they're so used to social media making it seem like it happens overnight. And you just said some of the realest stuff I heard from one of the rappers. It's just, you got to be able to stay in that fight, man. Like it's a marathon and not a race. A lot of people see people get there first and get discouraged. I'm like, I'm gonna stop running. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not running no more.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. So just keep running your race, man. You know, keep God first, stay tapped in spiritually. That's what worked for me.
Me too, my brother. I feel that when you feel me, like, so I always ask too, any rapper that I do an interview with, your top 5 playlists right now, other than yourself. I hop in the car with Ace Apollo. Who we listening to right now, man?
Man, you hop in the car with Ace Apollo. If I'm not playing me, you gonna hear a lot of my peers, like a lot of my homies. You know, like a lot of my homies is talented around the city, like Mikey Aristotle, Jay Newton, the letter M, Clue. It's a lot of people that y'all gonna hear about. Deontay Hitchcock, that's the homie. Jid, that signed with J. Cole, Dreamville, Tane Runo, Wayne. You feel me? Like the homies. If you're not hearing the homies, you gonna hear some old Future, or you gonna hear some real rap shit. Like I'm a real student, so you're gonna hear a lot of real rap shit. So I'm either gonna go melodic, real rap, or the homies, if it's not me.
That's solid, because I out of all the questions that out of all the artists I've ever asked that question to, none of them mentioned any of like their peers or like friends.
Yeah,
I know they got.
I got to, bro, because I'm not the only one going crazy coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know how much it takes when they execute. I know what go into it because I'm an artist myself. So I got a lot of respect for my peers. You did, definitely.
Solid, man. I appreciate you, man. But now, of course, do you have any projects, like a date for the project in mind? I know it's untitled right now. I know it's kind of just new, but you aiming for like maybe next year?
It's up in the air right now. Right now, we putting the concept together and we putting the content together. But I just want to say the idea is fucking crazy. It's definitely conceptual, like what I'm coming with. You feel me? It's gonna definitely lay out the story of how I worked at UPS. Me and Aint met, and you know, it's gonna tell that whole story. Like how Kanye was telling the story about just dropping out of school, that started with college dropout. I'm telling the story of wanting to quit my job and being able to do that. You feel me? Using my job to, you know, fund my shit. Cause I feel like a lot of niggas they got that story, but don't nobody champion that story of using your job to fund your, you know, everything and wanting to quit that, but you're using it to invest. And I finally was able to quit earlier this year. So I'm gonna tell that story.
Well, that's huge. I know a lot of people are gonna relate to them because that's reality. Like it ain't all Balenciaga, Versace. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly real rap. You can learn from it.
Exactly.
Now, before I let you go, Ace, man, let the folks know where they can follow you on all socials.
Yeah, man, follow me at one Ace Apollo. That's the number one, ACEAPOLLO. That's on everything. And definitely tap into my YouTube. I want everybody watching this to subscribe to my YouTube. Just type in Ace Apollo, type in Make It Look Easy, because we just dropped the video. That shit is bananas.
Crazy.
For sure.
I literally just pressed that subscribe bell today for you on that YouTube channel.
Yeah, man, good looks. And I seen you follow me on the gram too. So good looks, man. Shout out to Wildlyfe Beezy, man.
Appreciate that, man. We tapped in for sure. And then, of course, when everything gets back to somewhat normal, man, you got to come down to Savannah, lock in, you feel me? I'll show you around, but I'll be back up there real soon, you know, BOMG.
Man, believe that. Whichever one happened first, bro. I can't wait to come out there and tap in with you. Your energy, A1, bro. I already can see, I can tell you a solid nigga and you do your homework. You great at what you do. I salute that.
Appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure you go follow my boy Ace Apollo. Go check out that Make It Look Easy YouTube video. Going crazy right now. Ace, yes, I appreciate you, homie. We damn sure gonna be tapped in.
Believe that. I'll be going hard, but I make it look easy.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, bro.
For sure. In a minute.
Yes, sir.